Hey there guys, just thought I'd show you a little trick that you can do with just about any folding stock, and something that should be done with every single folding stock. Now, with most of these, you got a lock where you have to pull up on the stock and then pull back. Now, that can be a little bit annoying if you're playing CQB and you want to get your stock out for whatever reason, longer shot, and you're sitting there, you're fiddling with your stock and it's stuck, can't get it out, and then by the time you get it out, your target's gone. Now, instead of having to fiddle with a lock, what's much easier to do is to file down the lock of the folding stock. If you look at any folding stock, what you will see is a bar right here. Now what that bar does is that keeps the stock locked backwards. Now there's also another bar right here, and that keeps the stock locked forward. What I do with that bar is I hacksawed it off and then filed it downward, and then filed this part here down at an angle. So that way the stock, instead of having to be unlocked, can just simply be flying outward. Now, that does not mean that if I wiggle my gun around, that the stock is just flying around all by itself. You still have to give it a decent jerk, but instead of having to fiddle with a lock, it's there when you need it. This mod is not mine. I actually owe the idea or the tip to a guy named Sprinkles, who works down in a store called Amped Airsoft. Great guys, great store, know their stuff. But this is a mod that I'd say is necessary for any folding stock, and all you really have to do is just kind of hacksaw off a good chunk, and if that doesn't work, if it's still a little bit too stuck, just simply get a file, any hard file that you can buy at the hardware store or anything. That'll work just wonderfully, and just file it down a good bit and you should be good to go. And the idea with this, like I said, is to have a stock that isn't going to, if you hold your gun up so the stock is just going to simply fall down due to gravity. That's a little bit too loose in my opinion, but at the same time, you don't want a stock where you're going to have to do any sort of upward lifting or anything, just so you have to simply unfold it. You don't even have to use that much strength to get it out. And getting it collapsed, of course, isn't really that big of an issue. And for some reason, these things always seem easier to collapse than to extend. And also, collapsing it, in my opinion, is not as big as an issue, and is not to be done as quickly as extending your stock, because if you need to collapse your stock to go into a room while you're stacking up with your buddies or whatever, while you're stacking up, just simply take your time and collapse your stock. But extending it needs to be a little bit more on the fly. There's somebody afar, extend your stock, go up for the shot. I would not, however, file off the back, because then whenever you extend your stock, you might go take a shot. If you're pressing your stock up against your shoulder a little bit too strong, you might actually make the stock collapse, since there's nothing locking the stock in, and that'll cause your shot to jar off completely to one side. Again, this mod was not my idea. I owe this to Sprinkles, who does this with his other stocks, other folding stock. Great mod, very necessary, very, very easy to do. You just need a hacksaw and a file. You don't even need the hacksaw, it just speeds it up. You can just take a file, grind that down, and you're good to go. And thanks for watching this video.